Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Elder of Rock. I'm Stephen Elder, and here's another edition of Ticket Madness. I know it's silly, but I don't know. Whatever. Gotta call it something, or maybe I don't, but I'm calling it that. So anyway, what I did before with stuff was that I was pulling a ticket at random, and then I would talk about it. But the thing was, I was pulling it and looking at it for the first time in a long time, trying to remember everything about it. And so I decided that I would pull the ticket earlier so I can think about the show and think about things about it, what I might want to say about it. So this one is um, Rush at the University of Dayton Arena in Dayton, Ohio, February 16th, 1980. And you can see I paid a whopping $8.50 for that ticket. Um, who knows where I got the money, but I got it somehow. Hey, it was 1980, so maybe it was a lot more. It was a big deal. But anyway, as is Rush, University of Dayton Arena. What's funny about that is that there was two places to go see concerts in Dayton. One was the Hara Arena, and one was University of Dayton Arena. At least back then it was. I think Hara Arena is gone now. But anyway, so somehow Hara Arena got a bad reputation. At least to my parents, they did. It did. It got a bad reputation for being this wild, out of control places to see concerts. And but somehow University of Dayton Arena was okay because maybe I was associated with the University of Dayton. Who knows? But my parents would let me go see concerts there. But it didn't matter because there's still pot smoking and drinking and stuff like that going on. Girls, groupie type clothing and stuff. When I was at Rush concerts, so there wasn't so many at this one. But anyway, so it's really though. So I went there and a friend of mine. Um, and what was really wild was that if you look at this, you see that it says 113. Well, I didn't really originally get 113. I think it must have been 213 because there's only so many sections they had. I don't know how I did it, but somehow I changed the 2 into a 1. I really did. So I could get him down closer. And we did. And when it worked, we couldn't believe it. We were like, wow. Because, I don't know, we had a potential of getting thrown out maybe if we were caught. But, so, yeah, so it worked. But anyway, this was Rush in 1980, coincidentally enough, almost 40 years ago. And this was a Permanent Waves tour. And um, on that album, and I think at that time I had All the World the Stage and Farewell to Kings and Hemispheres. So I knew a bulk of the material they played, but man, it was really memorable, especially Cygnus X1, that whole thing they did book one and book two of Cygnus X1. That was really memorable. I mean, I remember going home and listening to those right away again after the show. They opened with 2112, I believe, at least part of the overture, Temple of Syrinx. And yeah, they played, stuff you expect them to. Free Will and Spiritual Radio. And they did, I remember doing Jacob's Ladder as well. It was really cool. So yeah, memorable experience. Yes, I think might have been the first or second time I ever smoked pot. I don't know. And so yeah, and then I also somewhere I don't know. I don't know if maybe if I find them. I have a lot of pictures of different rock and roll things. If I ever find them, I do have pictures of this show. I actually snuck in a camera somehow as well, and took a few pictures. And not great, kind of far away, a little blurry, but they're there. You can tell it's Rush. So yeah, so there you go. So Rush, University of Dayton Arena, February 16th, 1980. So thank you, and it's another edition of Ticket Madness.